So to understand an allele, first let us get our concept clear about a gene. Okay, so what is a gene? It is a section of DNA that shows us the characteristic. Let's say this is a chromosome, na? Like this. Okay, this is a chromosome, the big chromosome. Then from this big chromosome, okay, in this big chromosome, no, there is one, this is a big chromosome. Then when we unravel this huge chromosome, no, when we stretch it out, okay, so it becomes a very long segment of DNA. Okay, so this part, okay, so this is a very long segment of DNA. Remember how this is the DNA structure, like this, no, double helix. Okay, so okay, you haven't done the nucleosome model, but when you do, you will understand. Okay, you will start with a giant chromosome like this. Okay, giant chromosome, no, and these are like small interknots, you know, interraveling, intertwined things, no. Then when you stretch this out, okay, you will get some long segment of DNA. Okay, DNA. It's very long, okay, it's very long, okay. Then when you stretch the DNA further, you'll notice that this is, let's say, gene A, then next to it is gene B, the next is gene C. Then let's say gene A codes the characteristic for, let's say, eye color, okay. Then this gene B is for hair color, okay, and this gene C is for height, okay. So do you understand? So it is a section of DNA which gives us a certain character, gives us a certain trait. Okay, so there. So this line I think is clear. A gene is a section of DNA that determines certain traits or characteristics. So now these genes, they will encode for protein, and they will influence things like immune system, skin pigmentation, hormone production, eye color, just like I said. Okay, so let's say these are sequence of genes and they code for some protein. You'll be doing the transcription translated. Let's say these are the 3 genes that code for this particular protein, and this protein, okay, this protein will determine your eye color. You get it? Okay. So genes, it can be inherited, and they can pass on to the next generation. Okay. So an organism has a genotype, and it has one whole set of genes. Okay. Every human has a unique genotype. So now what is an allele? All right. So when we say let's say a set of genes, okay, this is a set of genes. Let's say how many in humans? How many chromosomes? 42, no, or 24 homologous chromosomes. So this one set is your genotype. Okay. Okay. So I think that part is clear. Now let's see what is an allele. Now an allele is just like, okay, so let's say I made this recording, then you said, oh, this is a good recording, let me record it in my phone. So you have one copy, then you told your friend, hey, Banriti, this is a good recording, why don't you also record? Then your Banriti, your friend, she made another recording. So it's 3 copies of the same recording. So it's like a backup, okay? It's like a genes backup, you know. So when the genes, they have formed, no, they realize that what if something gets lost? So let us make multiple copies so that we have a backup, okay? But it will be slightly different from the original, okay? Let's say I recorded in screen recorder, you recorded me from your mobile, then another one recorded me from her iPhone, different, a little bit different is there, okay? So when the genes mutate, see there, they can take on multiple forms, with each form different slightly in the sequence of their base DNA, okay? It means Yes, you recorded me with different forms, okay, one with a camcorder, one with a camera phone, one with an iPhone, but it is still coding for the same thing, okay. So let's say, I see again, when the genes mutate, they can take on multiple forms and it can slightly differ in the sequence of the DNA, but they will still code for the same trait, okay. But it may differ from how the trait is expressed. That is, sometimes the brown will become more brown or less brown or more blonde. Okay, so like from iPhone it's a high quality, then with a camcorder it's a low quality, and with a screen recorder it's middle quality. You get it? Okay. So when you have multiple copies of the same gene, okay, means I am the main gene, then your friend is the backup copy, then your other friend is your another backup copy. So that is alleles, okay. When you have multiple versions or multiple copies of the same gene, that is an allele. So not only that, these genes, not only can they have one allele, they can have more than one possible alleles, okay. So genes can have 2 or more possible alleles. So not just one copy or 2 copy or 3 copy, they can have even more than that. Copy of a copy of a copy, okay. What happened? So genes, they can have 2 or more possible alleles or versions of every gene, okay. So because we are diploid, it means we have 2 alleles, okay. Humans, we are diploid, we have 2 alleles. Then what to say, a banana is tetraploid, it has 4 alleles, right? It is 4n, banana. Humans, we are 2n, so we are diploid, so we have 2 alleles. Then some are triploid, 3n, like tobacco, okay, they have 3 alleles, okay. So the greater the number of possible alleles, the more diversity in a given heritable trait. So the example will be eye color. Some people have blue, green, they have brown, they have hazel eyes. But the gene has encoded with the eye color gene only. It's not that there's some alien gene which determines eye color. It is the same gene only which determines eye color, but it has so many alleles and so many variations of that alleles. That's why they arise at different colors of hair, different colors of eyes, different colors of skin. Okay. So how these are inherited? It's from when they from each parent they will pair. No, during meiosis they will pair. During which stage of meiosis they pair? That you will learn with Ms. Rimaya. Okay, and that question keeps coming in entrance, I think. Okay, and they will pair at certain spots only, known as the gene locus. Okay. I'm sorry, what I mean is, let's say this is the chromosome, and then we stretch it out, that it became long strands of DNA. And where this gene A is present, that is the locus for gene A. Okay. Then let's say in another DNA, the gene B is present down. So where this gene B is present, that is the locus. Okay. So where the gene is present, let's say here or there, A, B or C, wherever it's present here, that's the locus for A. It's present here, that's the locus for C. So where it is located, it is the gene locus. What? Okay, I'll just read out. Inheritance means that the individual has 2 gene copies for a given trait. One is inherited from the mother and the other from the father. And these are known as maternal alleles or paternal alleles. Okay. So what is the dominant gene and what's the recessive gene? I think you know that the dominant will express its characteristic and it will mask or it will not show the recessive characteristics, okay? And that the observed characteristic is known as the phenotype, means what we can see outside, okay? And the genotype is what is the genetic characteristic, that what is in the genes. A homozygote, heterozygote, I think you know. So here also what is a dominant allele and a recessive allele, and there is a table here that is for the differences. So this one I just I found from the internet only, but sometimes the question comes, no, differentiate between a gene and an allele, and I don't want you to, during exam, no, to panic and search, because time is limited, no, to write. So we'll just read out the differences. A gene is a section of DNA that encodes for a certain trait, and allele is a different form of a gene or a variant of a gene, okay? Gene will determine individual trait, then alleles, it will show us diverse phenotype expression, okay? This means like blue eyes or brown eyes, okay, or hazel eyes, okay? There are diverse phenotypes here, okay? But a gene will be only an individual trait. Eyes means eyes only, okay? It doesn't care, when we talk about gene, it doesn't care what color. It deals only with eye color, okay? Whether it will be blue eye or green eye or hazel eye or brown eye, that is the job of the allele. The job of the gene is to determine eye color, okay? Or height, okay? Whether it is tall or short, it doesn't matter. It will determine height only. So an allele, it shows the phenotype, and the genes, it will show the organism's genotype, okay? So allele, it will show the outside expression, okay, means the phenotype. So in the locus genotype, the gene is located in one place, so that is 1, and the alleles, it will be 2 or more than that, okay? So I think this is enough. I'll just upload it.